Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Fail PG, where the four of us dunderheads try to muddle our way through a half-baked story. I am the Mighty Mage. With us tonight is Boss Ross, Senior Goat, and Surgeon. When last we left off, Stryker, Mr. Ross's hunter, was contemplating breaking Goat's character Noel out of a tight spot in the Murad Assassins Guild Hall, while Ronnie made some interesting discoveries about the bandits that have been accosting Lagash. Gentlemen, are you ready for the pain to begin?
Why's got to be pain? Why's got to be pain? That's all I want to
No
know.
pain, no gain.
Uh, well, somebody's dying today.
Okay,
Mhm.
so before we get started, as you guys might have noticed in this episode and the last episode, there was no B-roll because me and hotkeys and OBS do not get along apparently. So I had to find a way to make the hotkeys happen with that way it doesn't interfere when we're doing other things during the roleplay. For instance, when we're updating our character sheets. Because for some reason, whenever I go to update my character sheet, I end up hitting all the buttons that I just so happen to have programmed as buttons for hotkeys.
What he's saying is he's a fail. So fail PG, it works.
It does work, but give me some time to practice with the new hotkey setup that I have, and we'll B-roll like we used to. I swear.
Okay.
I swear. And also, Goat gonna die.
You're just saying things. You know how plot armor.
I don't have plot armor, but I do know this. If Stryker had 3 plans that worked in a row last game, and all you did was roll terribly last game, either his luck's absorbing abilities are on its finest level this week. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, people, we've actually recorded 3 episodes in a row this week, so we're actually quite happy and excited about ourselves this week. But either his luck absorbing powers are on its top game this week, or you, sir, have lost all of your luck this week. It's one or the other.
We shall see.
Can't speak to the dice gods, for they work in mysterious ways, but
Indeed,
I would caution anyone at the table to presume that they have plot armor.
I presume that I don't have plot armor because Ronnie has almost died a total of 3 times in this game, and has been very lucky that she hasn't.
You've been spared by plot armor. A lot of main characters almost died.
Not by plot armor. I've been spared by the GM being polite, is what it was.
Yeah,
but that only goes so far. That only goes so far.
That only goes so far. It would have been kind of sad to see Ronnie get snuffed out by a fat guy sitting on her.
Twice.
Twice.
I mean, do you count the other one because it was a suplex? On one, and the other one was... Yeah, okay. And the other one was an elbow drop. Why does Ronnie lose to wrestling moves? That's what I really want to know. Why does she keep losing to wrestling moves? One guy does an elbow drop. The other guy does a freaking suplex.
Because, yes.
Because she's a twig trying to take on a bunch of bad guys?
Let me go back to my character sheet real quick. Ronnie. Oh, yeah. 192 pounds, 5'8". But happens to be a barbarian carrying a gravedigger battle axe.
Well, then use the friggin' battle axe and stop trying to suplex people.
I am using the battle axe. That's the problem.
But you have to do that thing where before you suplex them, you kind of stick your axe in the ground and you slam it and you pick it back up. Kind of really stylish.
You know what the sad part is? The one time I actually did do that is the only time it worked.
Yeah, exactly. You have to do the
apparently it only works on ads. It doesn't work on bosses.
Have you tried that particular method on bosses, though?
Technically, no.
Remember the difference between an ordinary villain and a supervillain? Presentation.
This is true. But I'm not playing a villain or a supervillain, so.
That doesn't mean presentation is unimportant.
He's waiting. Got something to say?
No.
That's right. That's what I
Shut up.
Good boy.
Start the game.
Mr. Goat, we're gonna start with you this evening.
Okay. All right.
So you're seated in the torture chair in the bowels of the Marad Assassins Guild Hall. Your friend from earlier left the room a few minutes ago. You know not where, when he'll be back, if he'll be back. You did manage to loosen your leg restraints a little bit. Unfortunately, you also managed to tighten your arm restraints a little bit last time.
Did I tighten one arm restraint or both my arm restraints?
I think it was only the one, you're right, because your other hand was pinned to the chair with a dagger, as I recall. Which, by the way, is bleeding rather ugly, so might want to get
man,
that too.
Wouldn't it just bleed really hard if I pull it out?
He removed the dagger, so.
Oh,
that's
never
fine.
mind. Yeah, it is bleeding. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right. You know.
So.
Things look up. You know, things look pretty good. I like the odds.
All right. What do you want to do?
All right. I would like to roll so I can see if I can wiggle my legs enough to free them.
All right. Give me a 12 side. Let's see. This will be a dexterity check, I think.
10. There you go.
Hey, look at that. He's got a good roll today. His
Yeah.
first good roll.
That was a pretty good roll.
Mm.
So you wiggle and strain and move around a little bit, and you manage to stretch the leather straps holding your legs just enough that you feel that if you were to wiggle a little bit more, you would probably be able to just pull them right out of the straps.
Oh, nice. Do I roll for just to keep going, or do
I'll give you the option. Do you want to pull them out of the straps now or keep them there? Knowing that you pull them
can I loosen them to a point where they still look like they're convincing?
And it's hard for you to tell from your position. You can't really see what they look like from someone else's perspective. I mean, they're clearly still around your legs. Okay. They're just loose enough that you could probably slip out of them.
Okay, I'll keep it at that stage.
Okay. All right. Shortly after loosening your straps, you want to talk to somebody off to the side there?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Shortly after loosening your straps, you hear some murmurings through the heavy barred door across the room, and the echoes of footfalls approaching.
Can I the arm I tighten? Can I roll them? Try to get that a little loose.
Sure.
All right.
12
what do you want me
side
to roll? 12 side again. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if that's your sister in the room, tell her she has. Hey, if that's your sister in the room, tell her she has to roll for initiative.
It's 8.
Okay. So with your modifier, that makes 10. So yeah, with a little bit of straining and careful wiggling, you're able to re-loosen that binding. So now you're not quite free with that arm yet, but you're getting close.
Okay.
The footsteps grow louder, and the low murmurings have grown now to a point where you can just about make out it's two different voices. You can't tell yet what they're talking about, but they definitely seem like they're heading directly for your cell.
I'll just continue try to loosen that same arm.
All right, roll again.
Okay. Oh my gosh, a 12. Oh yeah.
Critical success.
All right.
It's only a matter of time before Jason takes away your luck.
And with a soft pop, you can actually feel the strap give way, and it loosens completely, and your right hand is free.
Oh, okay. I guess I can't do the convincing thing. Wait. I take that arm and I completely loosen the left arm and
Mm-hmm.
I completely loosen my legs. But I do this kind of facade where it looks like it's around my legs, but it's not tied. And I do it with both arms. I wait for them to come back.
Okay, all right. No sooner have you accomplished this little deception than the door swings open and two more hooded masked figures step into the room.
Mm-hmm.
They have ceased their conversation at this point. They don't really seem interested in talking to you either. They swiftly cross the room and bend down to you, apparently to undo your bindings. You've got a split second to decide what to do.
While when he's going down to undo my bindings, I kick one in the face, and I grab the other one by the neck and slam his head against the wall.
All right.
They don't see it coming because their guards down because they think I'm tied down.
You're right. I tell you what. Roll a 12 side for dexterity for the kick to start with, but I'll give you advantage on that one.
Oh, come
So
on, please don't roll back.
Roll it twice and take the higher of the two.
Okay.
Oh no. Wallace's camera is screwing up.
I got 10. That's a good one.
And now he's got me
10.
lagging. Thanks for that.
And a 12. I got 10 and a 12. I'm rolling
Oh,
good
boy.
today.
Oh, baby.
Hot hands.
So, let's see. How do we want to do that? You're going to grab the other guy. So roll another 12 side for me for the grapple to see how that goes.
You want me to do it twice?
No, I think the other guy will have enough reaction time after you kick the first one.
Gotcha.
You won't have advantage on this.
11. Oh my goodness.
Man, you are smoking today. I'm telling you what.
Yeah.
I called it. Goat's going to escape and walk out of the place carefree, and Striker's going to get killed trying to break him out.
The RP
I'm all right with
giving me the spirit, the plot armor. They're like, okay, you can't kill Noel. He's too good of a guy.
Oh, what's this?
They
You're saying this is your anime? This is your anime arc right now?
Yeah, exactly. My anime arc.
Here we go.
Oh boy. We'll have to see if the lock holds. So as the first shadowy figure bends down to undo the bindings on your legs, he's suddenly very surprised to find your boot in his face. And the kick is hard enough that it actually sends him flying over backwards, and he lands on his back, completely stunned for a moment. His associate, who was reaching for the bindings on your arm, sees the movement and tenses up just before you turn and grab him and attempt to slam him against the wall. He fights you briefly, but he's caught with the wrong footing, and you're too strong. And you manage to back him up and slam him into the wall of the cell. He isn't knocked out, unfortunately. He's still trying to fight you, but you definitely have him in a superior position, and his associate is out cold, it seems.
Okay, good. All right, one guy's down.
Now I'm going to need you to roll a 20 side for initiative.
Ready?
See if you can continue with your surprise spree, or if he's going to have a chance to strike back.
Oh, come on! I got a 3.
There it is.
My luck ran out.
It started when you began praising the gods. And they said, we didn't give you that blessing. How dare you?
How dare you?
All right, let's see here.
You're treating like a Senin character now. You have no plot armor whatsoever.
You should have praised the sun.
Yeah. Your whole crew is gonna get killed, and your girlfriend's gonna get raped. That's what's gonna happen.
And all because you didn't praise the sun.
A berserk and be very berserk.
Alrighty. So the assassin is momentarily stunned, and he's going to attempt to draw his dagger and swing at you, but because you've got him pinned against the wall and his head is ringing from the impact, he's going to roll with disadvantage. and that did not work out in his favor at all. He pulls out the dagger and sort of madly swings at you, but you've got him pinned in such a way that he can't get a clear angle on you, and it just does no good whatsoever.
Okay.
Here we go.
It's my action. Okay, I'm gonna do a very Noel thing.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna step on his foot super hard. Then I'm gonna do my signature move, the headbutt of doom.
Step on his foot and then the headbutt of doom.
Let's go. Let's go, Noel.
Remember, I think that's one of my signature moves. I think that was two adventures ago.
Yeah.
First adventure.
Technically, it worked at least like 2 times in the past.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Roll me a 12 side as a strength check.
All right, buddy. 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, as you say, you move in and stomp on his foot, and being an assassin, he doesn't have armored boots. It's just ordinary, soft, supple leather. Great for sneaking, not so great when someone's trying to crush your toes. And he lets out a sort of muffled scream as you stomp on his foot, and you can actually feel one or more toes breaking under your boot. And then you sort of sling him off to the side, spring off of your other foot, and plow into him head on. Where are you striking him? Chest, gut, head?
Head, but in a weird angle, like right here.
On the temple. All right.
Yeah.
Temple strike to the head. Roll a 6 side for damage.
Try to break his clavicle. Just wanted to say it. I know that's not it, but it's just funny to say.
I mean, if he misses the head and hits
Come
right
on,
around the shoulder
man.
and neck
I got
area.
a 1. That's it.
A 1?
One.
This sounds familiar. This sounds more like Stryker on the wall with the other archer.
Doing so good. Boom.
Oh.
It hurt him so good. God dang it. It was a nice hit. No, I didn't do much.
All right. Well, with your damage modifier added onto that, at least you're able to do 2 points of damage to the guy. You headbutt him, and he sort of staggers backward. Not terribly damaged. But you know what? What we're going to do for that is... I need a 12 side somewhere in here.
I can roll one for you.
Oh, I've got it.
Okay.
Yeah, he comes away from that stunned.
Oh. Roll with advantage?
So skip his round, because all he basically can do is sort of stumble back and clutch at his head and try to get his bearings back. So, Noel, it's up to you again.
I reach for his dagger on his... What is it, on his side?
No,
right?
it's in his hand.
It's in his hand right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess he's a little illusion. I kind of do like a... Kind of like I grab the arm with the...
Called it.
I grab the arm with the dagger and I kind of like do it like a... Kind of like a judo.
Oh, he did the other thing. No.
Oh,
he didn't do
coming
what I
out yet.
went with.
Well, he's a disadvantaged position.
Yeah, but in that disadvantaged position... well, never mind. I'll say what I would have done after.
Because even though I hit him lightly in the head, he still got hit in the head. He's still stunned.
Yeah.
But
I will say roll a 12 side for dexterity to see if you can wrench him off balance. Are you just trying to put him on the ground, or are you trying to get the weapon out of his hand?
try to get him to ground. Then I have another action after that.
Okay.
God damn it.
Off the table.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. He lost it. He lost it!
Wait, I got... Oh, there it is.
I would make the argument he lost it years ago.
That's saying that he ever had it to begin with.
Oh, come on, I got a 1.
Oh. Yep, the luck gods blessed and then rejected you.
They giveth and taketh away.
Yes, that is very true. So they do. You grab his arm and you try to do his...
Wait. Mikey, since the guy's stunned, would that technically give him advantage on this roll?
I think the advantage was him getting to make another attack move without the assassin trying to do something to him.
Fair.
I don't want to make this too easy for him. So you grab hold of him and you try to do this judo throw onto the ground, but he sort of seems to recover and braces himself against it, and you guys are instead locked in this struggle of strength. You aren't able to push him over. But he is also unable to slash at you with his dagger since you now have hold of his weapon arm.
Risk
So
control.
he's going to try and make a kick at you, since that's currently the only thing he has free.
Yeah.
And that also does not work very well in his favor.
Oh.
He lashes out at you, but it kind of like glances off of your side. It doesn't really count for anything. Again, he's not in a great position to do that, and as he tries to bring up the leg to kick, because you're trying to throw him under the ground, it off balances him, and he can't put the force behind it that he really wants to. So all he ends up doing really is staggering backward a little bit, and it's still a stalemate. Your move, sir.
I still got him by the arm, right?
Yeah, you still got him. What are you doing?
Okay, I stick my foot on in his face like this, and then I twist his arm and I go like this and try to make him let go of the knife.
Anime are you doing?
I don't know.
He's not anime. He's trying to describe judo disarmament. So to make sure I understand what you're trying to say, you're gonna basically take his arm with the one that you have wrist control on, with the knife in it.
Yeah.
You're gonna basically bring your arm up with force while bringing his arm down across his forearm to break hold on the knife.
Yeah. And I'm use my foot. I know it's hard to describe. You know, I think Christian knows what I'm talking about.
So he's gonna.
And
break
also,
one
what you're
foot?
thinking about, you're not putting your foot on him for that until after, because that goes into you trying to do, what do you call it, a Jujukatami or a cross arm breaker. What you're thinking of. That will come after the disarmament.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and disarm him. Roll a 12 side for dexterity. See if you can do that. Actually, Christian, what do you think? Would this be a dex or a strength check?
More dex.
So,
it's more finesse move.
because of the way he's trying to do it, it is definitely dex. And if he's trying to do that follow-up for the cross arm breaker, which is the Jujukatami, which is him basically taking his leg and wrapping it around his arm and then rolling him over to the ground and then wrenching back on the arm, which could technically break it if he does it with enough force. Part of that would be dex to go into the initialization of the move. The other part would be strength to see if he can break the arm.
Okay, that's fair.
I just
We'll
want
start
to
with the
disarm
dex
him,
roll.
whatever. All right.
Oh, you just said disarm.
What is going on?
What did you roll?
I got a 1 again. Oh,
no.
Well, I don't think I'm ever getting to my art.
Listen,
I blame Jason.
this makes sense. Now, this actually makes sense. You know why?
Yeah.
You're trying to do something outside of what Noel is.
I should have just stomped his foot again, man.
Like Noel has hand-to-hand judo specialty. He's a
like,
common soldier.
He's like, I learned this from a circus guy who came to town. He said he gets all the women, but he messes with everybody who messes with him.
Didn't realize it was actually a monkey.
New background detail. Noel was actually a circus performer.
he
he's
told me
dead.
everything.
Oh, Lord.
What happened to your parents?
You try to disarm him, but it actually goes rather badly. You lose your grip on his arm, and he is able to wrench his arm away and put some space between the two of you, and you're no longer grappled with him. And then-
Okay. Oh, okay. It went to a neutral, even though it was a critical fail. Is this a neutral position?
This is, well, sort of neutral. I mean, you're now unarmed facing a guy with a knife, so that's not exactly great.
I'm sorry. I'm not Adam Blompier. I'm not gonna lose my shit from you putting a puppy on the screen. Don't give me those big puppy eyes. Doesn't work on me. Doesn't work on me.
We tried.
Is his name Pedro?
Still gonna
No.
take you. Still gonna take you. Put you in the kitchen and make you lunch. What?
No.
We do not condone abuse of animals on this channel.
He said he was gonna make Szechuan beef.
That's racist.
Not use Szechuan sauce on dogs around here.
So the assassin, as soon as he's put some space between the two of you and has got his footing back, he immediately slashes at you with the dagger. And unfortunately, you're too slow to evade him at that point because of your fumbled disarm attempt, and he's actually able to drag the dagger across part of your arm and a little bit of your chest as well. Damage isn't too bad, only 3 points of slashing.
Oh man, I have to get my character sheet out.
You didn't already have that prepped and ready?
Yeah, I should have.
I'm showing on here that you're at 12 out of 15 hit points, probably because of the dagger being driven through the hand earlier.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So that'll put you at 9, my good sir.
There you go.
Okay. It is your move.
Your move.
Your move.
Hey, question. Can you guys hear anything echoing into my mic?
No.
Negative.
Okay, good. I just happened to notice that the wife has the TV up super loud right now, and I can actually hear it coming through the wall, through the door of the wall. So I just wanted to make sure it wasn't hitting the mic at all.
You know, okay. I'm. Noel's like, all right, I'm stop being a hero now. So I kind of get it. His knocked out friend, right? And I kind of like push him on him and then run away.
Well, that's a smart thing to try.
Yeah.
Now he's trying to be Ronnie. Let's see how this works for him.
Yeah. What do you mean?
So you need a strength check then.
Yeah.
I
didn't say toss him. Just like I'm not talking about pick him up like this. But
but you're still basically lifting up dead weight off the ground. The guy's knocked out.
You're gonna try and throw this guy. So give me a 12 side for strength.
Oh, good roll. About time. 10.
All right. So you see the writing on the wall. Quickly dart over to this guy's companion, who's just now sort of starting to revive and is massaging his face, like, what the hell happened? Mm-hmm. And just as he's recovering, you reach down, grab him by the scruff of his shirt, and he kind of yelps out as you fling him bodily at his associate, who let's see here.
Oh man, what's going on?
Paid, but is not gonna pull it off, and the two of them collapse in a heap against the wall. Now, as soon as they do that, they're going to start trying to disentangle themselves and get back up to their feet. So you've got a very brief window here. What you doing, buddy?
I'm running.
All right. Make a beeline for the door.
Okay. Can I shut them in? Is there stuff to put to barricade it so I shut them in or something? I don't know.
You can take a moment to look at it.
I'll take a look real quick.
All right. Roll a 12 side for perception.
Right.
You actually have a decent perception score. Your wisdom with the modifier is a +3.
Oh, nice. Got a 1 again.
Oh,
what is wrong with this?
You're killing me, man.
I'm not getting any mid-tier rolls. I'm either getting like a really shitty one or like a really good one.
Oh boy.
And the way Jason's sitting there, it's as if he's dictating your rolls the whole time.
It's like my dice is ride or die. It's like either I'm dying or we're going full.
Like I said, I think Jason's dictating your rolls. Look at the stance he's taking right now. Look at him.
What you talking about, my brother?
All right, Shinblade.
He's using the remaining melanin to cast spells.
He went into spellcaster earlier on in the campaign.
Yo, Christian, just go. Still doing some Naruto hand signs.
It's like you still think you're a member of the Lightning Village? Or I don't wait.
The Lightning Village.
Chidori.
So you stop for a moment at the entrance to the room and examine the door, looking for some way of locking these goons inside. Nothing immediately becomes apparent to you, and After a moment, you look back and realize the two assassins have completely disentangled themselves, gotten up off the floor, and are already in hot pursuit of you in the time you spent looking for this locking mechanism.
All right. I guess I just run.
Okay. The corridor is sort of L-shaped from where you stand. It veers off to the left if you want to make a turn, or you can go straight down the hallway. Going straight is, as far as you can remember, the way you came in.
So it's either going straight or make a what?
A left.
I feel a little spicy. I guess I'll take some risk. I'll take the left.
Okay. You turn left and start tearing off down the dark corridor. Who knows where that may lead? Striker.
Sup?
It is your moment to shine, my friend.
Yeah, Mister.
Nope.
I dictate roles.
Don't dictate roles.
You've been absorbing Goat's luck this whole time. You better do something interesting with it now.
He's been doing good.
Yeah, like I said, it was like polarizing roles. Either it was
Now watch,
really
I'm
good
gonna
or
be
really
mid the
bad.
whole time now because of
There you
it.
go.
Nah, I've been watching him. Anytime he smiles, it absorbs your luck. Anytime he just sits there with a straight face, you did fine. See, he's doing it right now.
He's casting spells. He's casting chemist spells.
See, it's the
That's
power
what
of
he's
being
doing.
light skinned. He's just casting spells on dark skins. All curses.
Not light anymore. Why you keep saying this?
Some of us are. Speak for yourself.
You don't count. You're the blackest kid in the room.
That is true.
Be
Yeah,
on
Ada
your
Shagan,
man,
Ada Shagan is the whitest kid in the room.
Yeah.
if you can see him.
Exactly. All right.
What's up, Shagan?
As I recall,
love you, brother.
you
Make
had been
it my-
given directions to the Assassin's Guild Hall.
I'm
And,
making my way downtown.
Yeah, you were walking down there with Riku in tow.
Yep. All right. So while we're walking, I'm keeping an eye out just to make sure nobody recognized me, or because I'm pretty sure out of those, what is it, like a dozen men.
Mhm.
Pretty sure they're spread out by now. So I'm keeping an eye out for them. Telling Riku just to watch my back while I watch the front. And while we're walking, I'm also trying to come up with a plan to get Noel out. Even though I still think it's a stupid idea, but I did decide to do it because we need him.
Yeah, you obviously your character is ignorant that he escaped, so you have to.
See, this is
I
what
mean,
I'm thinking.
escape is a strong word. You got out of your cell. You're
Hey,
still
listen, progress.
I don't know that
is
you got out of your
progress, okay?
Well, I know you might be dead.
Everything happens in steps, Everything comes phase one,
My new
Phase
prediction
two.
is Striker's going to get into the building and just find this pool of blood. They're like,
Oh my God,
shit.
he's dead.
No, why?
And I'm like, okay, cool, time to go.
And No goes like, you think that was my blood? Ha ha! You don't know what you're talking about.
Bold talk, bold talk.
Okay,
well-
so hopefully I'm close to it by now. And what I'm gonna do first is surveillance. I'm gonna try to find the tallest building, because once I get close to it, I at least gotta know how many guards is around. If I can actually get even close to it without being seen, heard, killed while I'm looking around. So I'm going to do surveillance first.
I mean, if you're one of the first two, I assume the third one's happening no matter what.
Shut up! I'm doing surveillance first. Perception.
Give me 12 side for perception. See if you can spot a building that would be suitable to climb up to start with.
7.
All right.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, you also have a good perception. So most of the buildings in this area look like private residences. or upper class kind of business type things, but you do see one that has a decent looking, if narrow, staircase on the exterior of the building that sort of winds around the building. It doesn't look like it goes all the way to the roof necessarily, but it's definitely a better position, a better vantage point than being on the ground. And it does sort of overlook a little courtyard, across from which is the imposing building that you have to assume is the guild hall.
Okay. I'm going to climb the staircase. I'll tell Riku stay at least midway, so that way she's not on the ground just in case somebody comes. And I'm gonna at least keep a lookout, so I'm gonna climb up.
All right. All right.
And once I get to the top, I'll do a perception check of the areas.
All right.
See what I can see. See if I at least see the guild hall, the Assassin's Guild Hall. So 12 side again for looking. Don't be blind. Apparently I'm blind, so that's the 2. I just don't know what it exactly looked like. I should tell them. So,
across the courtyard from your position, you see a tall, dark, imposing building, which you assume would be the Assassin's Guild Hall. It's nondescript. There's no signage. There are no banners hanging from its windows or its walls to indicate that is its purpose. But there's just something vaguely sinister about the building that you can't put your finger on. You don't see anyone in the vicinity.
Okay, so then I'm gonna make my way down to Riku. I said Riku. She's Riku. Because she spit in the face that don't want to be cool.
And I'm officially over you now. Bye. Officially kicking him out of this chat.
Don't you
dare.
dare.
Go on. Striker gets a
so,
light to the face.
So I tell her, look, there's a building right across there. I want you to go and see what you can see. Don't go in. Don't do nothing crazy. We're just trying to make sure this is the right place. So just go check it out. If you see anybody, run. Just don't stand there. Don't even try to steal anything, because I know you. Don't steal anything. I gotta explain like the whole story to this girl, because she'll go over there, she sees something shiny and she'll try to take it. So like, don't steal anything. Just come back and tell me what you see, and I'll go back up to the top while I watch her run across. Just keep a lookout.
She glances down the little side street that would take her to the building, kind of apprehensively, and looks back at you. You understand that if these guys are anything like our guild back home, they'll see me the moment I walk down that alley. And if they don't like what they see, I'll be dead before I get back. Right?
Play the innocent little girl card.
It doesn't work out well as an assassin.
You don't have to look like an assassin. Just look like a sweet little girl who's just walking.
And she like gestures to the head to toe black robes that she's wearing.
Skip then. I don't know what to tell you. Assassins don't skip, right?
Well, I know it could be the technique of that assassins do.
That is true
advanced
too.
Movement. Advanced movement.
She says, if they kill me, I'm going to haunt you. I just want you to know. She turns around.
Where you go?
Squares herself up, and then just skips.
Wait, no. Okay, fine. Don't listen to the rest of my plan. Okay, bye. I run back up to the top. And I start just making random noises.
Making random noises?
Yes.
Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good.
That did not sound good at all.
So after a moment, up on your little stairway vantage point, you see this little black cloaked figure skipping down the alleyway, sort of nonchalantly around the little courtyard in front of you that separates you from the imposing building. And I mean, if it wasn't for the cloak, you could totally believe that was just a little girl playing off in her own imaginary world. About the moment that she reaches the middle of this courtyard and is about to turn back towards you, you see two hooded figures just appear from behind somewhere, columns maybe? You're not entirely sure. It's almost like they materialized out of nowhere at the front of this building and start swiftly walking towards her. You gonna do anything?
Yeah, I'm just gonna randomly start yelling stupid stuff to distract them. I'm gonna insult them just so they know.
All right, roll a 12 side for I guess we'll call this deception to see if you can get their attention, or distraction to see if you can get their attention.
10. Plus what? Would that be? That wouldn't be charm. That would be no.
Constitution, sir, not continuity.
Constitution. Sorry.
Probably
And
charisma.
also no. Yeah, I'm
Charisma.
thinking so.
Charisma for a deception or a performance.
My charisma is what again?
+1.
+1. So 11.
So you start making this racket on the stairwell across from the building, and one of the figures stops dead, and you can sort of see the hood lift up a little bit as the person behind it looks towards you. The second person pauses momentarily, briefly glances in your direction, and then returns his focus to Riku, who is now very hurriedly trying to skip back towards the alleyway and continues pursuing her.
Okay, at least one is distracted. That's better than nothing. And I know she still got her at least her knife on her, so what I'm gonna do, can I look around up here to see if there's anything I can throw?
You're
Sure.
an archer. Why do you need to throw anything? You have arrows.
I don't have nothing, remember?
They took all his stuff.
Oh
They took all my
yeah,
stuff.
that's right. You didn't grab your things on the way out.
I couldn't grab my things because it was I was getting the hell out of there. All I got is whatever this guy had, which is I think a dagger. I think that's all he had on him, if I'm not mistaken.
Did you pick it up?
I picked up all his stuff. So I think
he had a short sword.
Yeah, he had a short sword. That's what.
I think. No, I'm sorry, I lied. It was a spear. It was a small spear. That was it.
Yeah. So yeah, I got the spear. But I don't want to throw that just yet. That's my last resort. Because if it, at least need to distract the other guy.
If it's anything like the demo game, you throwing any sort of weapon
Shut
is
up.
going to turn bad anyway.
So but look around up top where I'm on the ledge for anything I can throw. So 12 side again. Here we go. 12, baby.
Okay.
Told you, Greg. I told you. The minute his face turned serious, he got a critical roll.
Yes.
You look around
Greg,
frantically.
your mic, we can't hear you. Did you mute yourself? Greg, did you mute
You look around
yourself?
frantically. At
Oh,
your
my
little
bad. Sorry, I
platform.
pressed it by mistake.
Okay.
And let's see. You spot a small crate, and next to it a small barrel. It looks like the lid of the barrel is loose. You could probably lift that up and look around inside for something.
I'm gonna do that real quick.
Or alternatively, you could throw the
Actually,
barrel lid at somebody, I
still an arrow.
suppose.
How far is the one that's by Riku? Is they real like close to me at least almost?
By this point, they've both disappeared into the alleyway.
Okay, so they
Just
disappear.
beside your building. You'll have to go down the stairs to see them again.
Okay, but the other guy, he is just a
The
little
other
bit.
guy
That's
has
looking at
sort of stopped looking at you and has now turned to follow his compatriot. He is still in this little courtyard area in
so I
front
can
of
still see him. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm
And
gonna do,
distance-wise, I would say 50 feet.
about 50 feet.
Yeah, about 50.
Uh, and then calculation, the wind control. Yes, I'm doing maths here. Let me know. So about 50 feet.
Maths. You need to do
Can
how
I
good
see
is
how
your
heavy
luck.
Can I see how heavy this barrel is, real quick?
You want to try and pick up the whole barrel?
I just want to see. Yeah.
All right, 12 side for strength.
What's his strength?
11.
Oh, doesn't matter.
You pick up the barrel, you hear some stuff sort of rattling around inside it, but it actually feels relatively light. I don't know, maybe 30 pounds.
30 pounds. 50 feet. I have about 60% chance of at least getting close to his ass. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna Hail Mary this damn thing and try to throw it as close as I can to him to distract him.
All right.
Hopefully I hit him. I'm hoping I'm hit him, but I'm just
Another 12 for strength. Let's see what you can do.
I knew it. Go. It's your fault. 2.
Don't blame him. You're the luck absorber.
2. So 4. That's all I got.
You haul back with this barrel and then heave with all your might. And from the perspective of somebody on the ground, it kind of looks like you went, eh. The barrel goes out 3 or 4 feet and then plummets to the ground with a loud
Make
crash.
at least a loud noise to distract.
The assassin in the courtyard pauses for a moment again and looks in your direction, and he kind of tilts his head like, what the hell is this guy doing?
Can I just wave at him just to be like help, help, help? Like,
Roll for deception.
what is that? That's
12.
still 12. Yep.
Yeah, 12 side, and it'll be a charisma.
+1. Okay, come on, baby, come on. 4.
5.
That's 5.
5 with your bonus. The shadowy figure again turns back to the alleyway and continues hustling on. He picks up his pace, though. Now he senses that there might be something wrong or there might be a trap.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna have to run down as fast as I can.
So you run down the stairs and almost collide with Riku, who at this point is just about running full tilt from the alleyway, and hot on her heels is this other cloaked figure.
Okay. Now, since that barrel broke, I'm pretty sure. Can I see if there's anything in there I can use?
On the other side of the building from you.
It's on the other side? I thought it was on the same side.
The stairwell wraps up and around.
Okay.
So yeah, it's on the opposite side of the building from you.
I meet Riku. The guy's right there.
You're on the street right now, like the main open street.
I'm gonna have to play this off. This is gonna be fun, but I'm gonna have to decept the shit out of them because hold on, how far are they? They're real close, right?
One of them is almost right on top of you.
I'm gonna have to.
You've got a fraction of a second to decide before he grabs Riku.
I'm gonna grab her first and say, "Caught you, thief."
The
Hopefully, the assassin will just be like, "What?"
He does pause for a moment, and you can see one hand is sort of tucked away in the volumes of his robe, probably reaching for a weapon of some sort, and he places a hand on Riku's shoulder as well.
I'm like, "Thank you."
Turns to you and says, "Thief, you know this girl?"
I was chasing her, and I saw her steal a dagger from one of my comrades. I don't know how she got. He's new. Don't worry about it. He's new. He was not paying attention. And then I reach in very slowly. I'm like, "I'm gonna show you." Pull out dagger. This was my comrade's, right here.
Roll 12 side for persuasion.
Okay.
Good luck.
6.
Okay. The assassin turns back to Riku and actually sort of yanks her around so she's facing him properly. He takes his hand off of his weapon out from the volumes of his robes and grips her cheeks very firmly and tilts her head up and says, "The punishment for theft is losing the thief's hand. Tell me, what were you planning on doing with that dagger that it was worth losing a hand for?" And Riku kind of shrinks away and grumbles something about hungry and needing something to slice some cheese.
Wow, she's kind of desperate.
Which is not at all convincing to the assassin, who turns back to you and sort of grins a sick grin and says, "Would you care to do the honors, or shall I?"
Whoa. I know the punishment is cutting off a hand, but it's just a little girl. Now, what I do suggest is a nice little cut on the hand as a warning. And right there, just like do it just deep enough where they know if they do it again, it's completely getting cut off, but not enough where she still can use her freaking hand, man. Like, I'm pretty sure she was trying to provide for her little brothers or sisters or family or whatever. We all did something stupid when we were young.
Roll 12 side again for another persuasion.
Wow, you thought I was going to work in an
8.
assassin's guild? That's bold. I'm sorry.
The assassin kind of squints at you for a moment and says, "Even the littlest laws must be enforced rigorously, or anarchy will ensue. How can you let this girl off so easily? Surely you realize if she keeps her hand, she will do it again. Perhaps next time she'll think to drive the dagger into your belly before she leaves."
Well, how about this? We make her work as a slave.
Riku shoots you a really dirty look at that suggestion.
She keeps her hand and she pays off her debt. Who knows when that will be? It might never be done.
Give me another 12 side for persuasion.
11.
You are definitely rolling on fire right now. You see the sort of sadistic grin return subtly to the assassin's lips. By this point, his compatriot catches up to your group as well and sort of stands off to the side. The one right in front of you grins a little bit and says, "That is an interesting suggestion. Yes, she could pay off her debt to society, make herself useful. I can think of a few whorehouses on this block that would enjoy her presence."
I could think of a few too. You know what? I'm going to take her right now. And I'm going to grab her and try to go.
Like struggles against you, like, no, leave me alone, and tries to run away. At which point the assassin backhands her to the ground. "Yes, I think you should do that. This one is going to need some breaking in, I think."
All right. So then I pick her up and it's like, put her over my shoulder and say, "Thank you." And I start walking away as fast as I can.
You're gonna say something. I'm gonna have
and
some fun.
And I'm whispering like, "I think we found the place."
And as he goes, the assassin kind of steps back and leans over to his buddy and says, I like him. He has potential. They turn and go back to the assassin.
Thank you. Keep on.
All right. Striker, gain 10 XP for that excellent role play.
Why does he get 10 XP?
Because that was freaking good.
So what's that? 335 now.
Ronnie just saved a life, but Striker just.
We're getting to that. You're next on the list if you hadn't noticed, Ronnie.
Ronnie saves a life, but Striker just sits there and talks bullshit all day.
Hey, I got
convincing bullshit.
Like I'm wheeling, dealing, and stealing the hearts of people right now. You know what I'm saying? Woo!
That was very, very good. I had a lot of doubts that would work, but man, the rolls to pull it off.
Told you. He controls his roles. He controls everyone's roles.
I don't control my roles. You know how much? Yo, I'm having heart palpitations right now.
That was excellent. Very good. All right, Ronnie. We are now over to you.
Yes.
And as I recall, you had just returned to Lagash from your fact-finding mission.
Mm-hmm. I am making a beeline towards Burke's office.
All right.
I am also pulling up my character sheet because I had to write down this person's name.
Dude, I'm still calming down from that because I wasn't really into it. I was so close. I was about to lose Spunky, man. If I didn't lose her, she would have lost her hand. She would have killed me. The hand would have haunted me forever.
That was very good. Very well played. All right. You're in Burke's office. He is sitting at his desk as usual, glances up as you walk in.
Need something to drink.
Go now while you still can. And then there were two.
So, what you doing?
I'm simply just going to walk over to his desk, pull out the parchment with the note on it, slam it down in front of him. It's exactly what we thought.
He picks up the letter and reads through it. Do you know this Perrin fella?
I've heard the name before.
Interesting. In what context? Who or what is he?
Military. At least he used to be.
You can see he visibly grimaces at that thought. Just what we need. He tosses the letter back down onto the desk, leans back in his chair. Is there anything else?
From what I got from the note, sounds like a lot of this is going through him. So, all routes, timetables, everything, set up by him. We've taken out 2 groups now. At this point, I'm pretty sure he's going to make an appearance himself. We thought the numbers on these groups were large before. If he's coming full force...
Even if he is military or ex-military, as you suspect, he must be drawing from the local population. Most of Lagash's soldier block was killed in the attack, and none of our troops would assist him. He has to be drafting from the peasant population. But why? Why would they resort to banditry? And why would they follow this character?
Are we sure he's drawing from the public population, or are we sure we're not dealing with reserves? After all, sure, we killed everybody who was here, not everyone who was stationed elsewhere.
If Lagash had military reserves, why would they employ them against their own people? These bandit raids are harming Lagashi citizens, Lagashi businesses. It's a thorn in the side for our forces, to be sure, but no direct harm is being done to Uruk.
Well, if you look at the way everybody looks at the situation, this is Uruk doing a mass takeover. By doing this, this is them, essentially, harming us directly. In their minds, they'd have to be thinking maybe, take away any supplies, dwindle down the military with fatigue and hunger.
It's certainly a theory worth investigating further. We need to try to draw out this Perrin fellow. Do you have any suggestions for that?
The only one I could make is to go find the lad and challenge him straight out.
If this person is intelligent enough to form these plans and remain hidden, something tells me he won't be foolish enough to accept a direct challenge or even make himself easily found. We'll need a subtler play. Perhaps a bit of bait would be appropriate. We could arrange for a cargo wagon rich with food, healing supplies, perhaps even weapons and some soldiers to protect the local villages, and not be overly careful with our plans of when and where to dispatch it.
Sounds like an idea. How would you want to set this up exactly?
We need to capture this individual alive for questioning if we want to root out any further underlings. But by the same token, if he does belong to military reserves of the city, having him alive could prove dangerous. There may be attempts to free him. Our casualties could be substantial. It's probably best that we rig an ambush so that when he attacks, we can slaughter the lot of them and put an end to this once and for all. If you're right, and he is the linchpin for this operation, killing him should cause the rest of the organization to unravel.
That's a theory, but most generals always keep others under them who can continue on.
Yes, but isolated, small cells we can mop up much more easily than a larger organized force.
Suppose that's true too?
This is what I propose. We will arrange for this cargo caravan, and it will have several wagons, some of which will actually be stocked with supplies, so that whomever is informing Mr. Perrin can see us physically loading the wagons with the promised goods. However, some of the wagons will be decoys, covered and loaded with troops, to spring out when they eventually descend on the wagon train. I would like you to be in one of those wagons. You've proven yourself to be a valuable warrior. I will pay you well, as always.
Alright. You say you need one with weapons, right? I'll go talk to good old Uncle Eric for you. See if maybe he might be willing to supply something.
That's very good of you. I will, of course, pay fair prices for the wares to be used as decoys.
I'll let him know. Any word on them?
I have not heard anything from the healer's hut since you departed, but neither have I sent anyone to check on him. Unfortunately, we've been too busy trying to maintain order here to spare anyone.
Alright, I'll go take a check on him. Meanwhile, small request for this little mission. I'd like permission to get Hal and Kate again. Something like this. Something like this I like people I can trust.
Just try not to get them killed.
I'll do my
Troops are in
best.
short supply.
Well, tell that to your high priestess. Maybe she'll send us more.
I wish that she would. Is there anything else?
Yeah, strangely enough, when I searched their encampment that we last fought, I decided to search the grounds. Remember that exploding black powder I told you about?
Vaguely, yes.
Pull out the pouch from the off my side, put it on the table, slide it over to him, and let him take a look himself.
He opens the drawstring on the pouch and pours the contents onto the table. Puts a little on his fingers and smears it around a bit. This looks like ordinary ash to me. You say this exploded?
Indeed. See if you can take that to some of your alchemist buddies. See if they might be able to figure out what exactly it's made of.
I don't have an alchemist assigned to our detachment here, but as I recall, there is a resident alchemist in the city. Perhaps you should take it to him.
Done.
He sweeps the dust back into the pouch and returns it to you.
Take care of it after I go check on Lem.
Very good. Thank you for bringing all of this to my attention. With your help, we'll be able to bring these renegades to justice, and then, hopefully, the people of Lagash will finally have peace. And we can all get on with our lives.
Hopefully. I'll go out the door, and as I'm going out, turn just slightly over my shoulder. Catch you later, Burke. And then just head off.
You make your way down to the healer's hut and open the door. And instead of the mousy young woman who normally sits at the desk processing the new wounded, Madame Ursula herself is actually seated there, leafing through some notes. And as you step through the door, a great big grin goes across her face. She says, "Darling!" And she rises up and grabs you an enormous bear hug. You're practically suffocated by her bosoms as she shakes you around.
Madam Ursula, always a pleasure to see you.
Yes, a wonderful pleasure to see you, darling. You did very well by that poor young man. You know he's doing much better now. Come in. And she sort of ushers you, whether you have any say in the matter or not, pushes you into the room where Lem is sitting up in bed, sipping on something in a tin. And he looks up to you with surprise and then a grin across his face. Ah, Ronnie, I was hoping I'd see you again.
Looks like you dodged a bullet on this one, didn't you?
I am no small part thanks to you. I feel better than I have in, well, ages. I could lift an ox, I swear. Of course, these sticks in the mud won't let me. But when I get out of here, I will.
Well, hopefully you'll be feeling 100% soon. Got a big job that's coming up. I already requested for Hal and Kate to join. I'd like you to be there too.
Oh, just send me the word. I'm ready.
We'll let Burke be the one to decide if you're ready. That man would probably skin me alive if I just took you on the battlefield all willy-nilly.
Still hurts to laugh. You're probably right, though. Don't you worry. I'll be back in fighting shape in no time at all.
I'm pretty sure Kate will be super glad to see that you're up and about.
Oh, the young lad and Hal came in just a few hours ago.
Good to know. Don't worry. I'll make sure to bring you back some whiskey tonight.
Oh, I'll hold you to that.
And with that, I will now make my way to find this said alchemist.
All right. And as you're going on your way there, gain 50 XP for your excellent efforts in going above and beyond to save an NPC. It's not often that people care a lot about NPCs. I really like to see it when they do. So, well done.
They should. Yeah, that's true. They should. When you watch other people's RPs on YouTube, they're like, what? They see every RPG like whatever.
Yeah, they're like meat bags or meat shield.
Yeah.
Nah.
So good on both of you guys for treating your NPCs like real people.
That would put my XP at 300, so.
I don't get XP for that daring escape or pseudo escape.
You're not done yet.
Yeah, okay.
You got a little ways to go yet, my friend.
Wait, if
I
that
don't
puts
level up
my
for part 1.
XP at 300, that's a level up now, right?
Yes, sir. You are now level 2.
Hey. And what does that come with?
Dang, we just now hitting level 2? That's
Well,
insane.
I am just now hitting level 2. You guys start at level 2.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So, like I said before, once we incorporate the feats and the combat features and things, that level will become more important. In the immediate term, it doesn't have a huge impact because your proficiency bonus scales, I think it's every 3 levels.
Oh.
So you'll next get a proficiency bump on, I think it's level 3, maybe, something like that.
Something like that. But that at least brought my HP max up, right?
Yes, so you get an extra hit die, and let me see, if I remember correctly, you can roll a d12 to increase your HP maximum.
Okay. So, rolling a d12. That is a +4.
There was something more to it than that, though, so give me 1 second to
All right.
double check.
And you said I get an extra hit die, so I'm assuming that's with my proficiency weapon. I'm assuming what?
Oh no, sorry. Hit point die.
Oh,
so
I was supposed to roll 2 of those.
Yeah, if you take damage at one point and don't want to do a long rest, you can use one of those hit die to restore a portion of your health.
Okay, so I already had 1 hit die.
Yeah, so now you have 2. You should have 2 d12s.
Yeah.
So when you take a short rest or something like that to recover hit points, you can roll those die to see how much health you get back. Aha.
There we go.
This is what I'm looking for. Okay. Add your Constitution modifier on top of the hit points you just gained.
So 4 plus 2, so 6.
Okay, that's what you actually gained for your new hit points.
And what are my hit points right now? 14. So 14 plus 6.
So 20 now.
Yeah. Hey, that's pretty good for the barbarian, yeah.
That's certainly better.
Way better.
You should be able to do those tankier battle moves a little bit more freely now.
Ooh. And I'm assuming my AC doesn't move because of that, right? It's still at 17.
No.
Right? Yeah.
No, AC is determined by the Constitution score and your armor.
Yeah. So,
Remember, as you level up, you'll eventually get bonus points that you can put in to buff up your stats. And you could choose to buff up your Constitution stat, and that would give you more hit points as well as more armor class.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You should be squared away there.
Yep. So, since the next level up is at what, 500? Or 600?
I believe that's 500, yes.
Okay. So I'll just leave my XP at 300 and do not reset. Proficiency does not go up until that level, so that's still at 1, I assume, right? No, I was saying proficiency starts at 1, right? Or does it start at 0? I couldn't remember.
Proficiency. You mean a proficiency bonus?
Yes.
Right now it should be 2.
Okay.
Yeah. And that applies to your to strength and constitution, because those are your main proficiency abilities. And that is also what gets added to your attack modifier when you roll a d20. Oh dear. So this part of the session is where we get all technical and do math. Blah.
Meh, you'll be fine. Kids gotta learn. Oh. And looking at that, I probably
Don't forget to
probably
carry the
accidentally
one.
transitioned like twice now that I just looked at the OBS. I'm sorry if it transitioned during this, guys.
You fail!
I know. Okay. So then. Now.
Alchemist?
Alchemist.
Okay.
Now, do I immediately know where said alchemist is, or do I have to roll to search?
You've been there before. It's the apothecary guy.
Oh, okay. Cool. Then yes, we're going straight to apothecary.
Okay. You rap on the door. As usual, it's closed. And once again, the little eye slot opens. He looks furtively about and sees that it's you. Oh, yes, excellent. And are you back for more?
No, but I would like to thank you for that. It saved my friend's life.
Oh, excellent. I'm so glad to hear it. It's very rewarding, to hear that your work is saving someone's life. What can I do for you?
I need you to analyze something for me.
Oh, one moment. Yes, come on, come in.
Come inside. I'll
Immediately slams the door behind you and locks it again.
I'll pull out the pouch, hand it to him.
What is it, do you think? Or tell me about where you got it.
I was in the middle of a fight with some bandits. They had some sort of exploding substance. This is part of the ground where it exploded.
Oh, exploding substance. That sounds fun. Yes, this could be interesting. Yeah, take a seat. This should only take a few moments.
I'll go ahead and just grab a chair, pull it up, sit in it backwards, rest my arm across the back of it as I watch him work.
He dives behind the counter for a moment. You hear some clinking of glasses, and momentarily he comes back up with a clear glass vial, and carefully he opens the strings of the little pouch and pours some of the powder in. And he sort of tilts it this way and that, swirls it around in the container, mutters to himself a little bit. And then he pulls out a second vial, pours a little bit more of that in there, sets it carefully in a little holder on the countertop, and then begins adding different liquids and things to the vial, very slowly filling it up. And at the last liquid addition to it, the whole thing abruptly changes color to a brilliant purple and begins to fume rather madly. And he sort of...
It's all cool in fuchsia. The smoke is fuchsia.
Fuchsia smoke. Yeah, very abruptly turns from this magenta color to a rather ugly shade of yellow or orange. And everything, the whole shop begins to smell like rotten eggs.
Oh, like who farted?
Yeah, like this gigantic fart. And he says, yes, that's sulfur, all right.
Yeah.
The key ingredient in the strange chemicals that they use in silver mining, I believe. Yes, in the mines at Marad. Curious, you found this in the forest. I can't imagine what they would be blasting in there. And he lifts up the powder residue. It's a recent discovery. Yes, only occurred in the last 15 or 20 years. They've been using it experimentally in mining. You understand, backbreaking work, pickaxes against stone, very labor-intensive. But someone discovered this miraculous compound that will actually explode stone if you do it properly, explode you if you do it improperly. So most of the material that I have ever seen or heard of has been used exclusively in the mining industry. It's difficult to procure the ingredients. Disastrous if you don't mix it correctly. Only a very skilled and experienced alchemist could make this. I would Yes, I would ask one of the mining guilds of Marad, or perhaps Girsu, or Kish might have someone. One of the scholars in that monastery of theirs might know something about it, but I don't know if they make it. Yes. Uh, Sorry, I probably should have mentioned this up front, but I would like a silver piece for the chemicals used to identify the substance, if you wouldn't mind.
I'll sheepishly smirk, pull out my coin perch. I'll flip the coin up, and hopefully it lands right on the table where he's sitting.
Okay. Roll 12 side to see if you do that.
He rolls a critical
5.
failure, and it goes
All
through his
right.
eye and kills him.
You flip the coin and he kind of goes, but it lands on the table and he's able to sort of scrabble and catch it before it bounces off and hits the floor.
Good
He
catch.
bites it quickly, nods at the quality, and tucks it away in his pouch. Oh dear, it is quite foul in here now, isn't it? And he quickly runs and opens some of the windows and dumps the vial of bubbling, fuming liquid out into the street. Ah, that's better. Is there anything else that I can do for you?
Yeah, can I get a list of those names that you said there again?
Oh, names. You mean people who could make this?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know names per se, but I know where you could go to ask. Marad is a mining city with huge silver mines. It is the source of their wealth. They have a mining guild overseas, all things to do with mining, very powerful. They certainly would have an alchemist in their employ. I'm sure you could go there and ask him. Girshu, I always forget the name of that town. It is further to the east of Marad, and they have some copper mining there, I believe. They probably would use this material as well, or know of someone who could make it. There's also the monastery. Yes, the augur at Kish. They're very scholarly. They collect knowledge. They might know the source of the ingredients, or be able to point you to someone who could make it if you needed it made. I wish I could help you in this regard, I do, but I experimented with it once about 5 years ago and nearly lost a finger. I decided it wasn't worth the risk.
The help you've given me today is all I've needed. Thanks again.
Oh, it is my pleasure. As always, if you need anything alchemical, come see me.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. You got 2 vials of health potion I could get from you.
Oh, more health potion. Yes. What strength would you like? I have the usual, the low-grade stuff. Very affordable. I have some medium-tier stuff. Good stuff, a little pricey. Unfortunately, I'm currently out of the max potion that you spent on your friend. It will probably be 2 weeks or so until I can gather the materials necessary to make another one. But if you want one, I can certainly put it on hold for you. You will be the first person I sell it to when I have the materials.
Great. Mind putting me on that list then?
Oh, absolutely. You will be on the top, yes.
Thanks.
About 2 weeks. Come see me again.
Awesome. And in the meantime, let me get at least 2 of your lessers.
Very good, very good. 2 of the lesser healing potions. Yes, that will be 20 gold pieces each, if you wouldn't mind.
Geez, they're 20 apiece?
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to do that because I've only got 43 gold. We'll make it 1 for now.
Only 1? I understand. Not to worry. If you change your mind, of course, you know where to find me.
Thanks. Besides, I still have to get the whiskey. Promises. Must always keep. So, with that being said, I'm going to hit the bar.
Okay. He shoos you out of his establishment and, as usual, slams the door and locks it quickly behind you. Now, you're very close to Uncle Arak's shop right now. It's a little walk away from the tavern. Do you we want to go to the tavern first or go to Uncle Arak first?
We'll stop in at Arak's first. It's still pretty early in the day, so
All right. And Goat wandered off. I was going to switch to him, but we'll stick with you for a little while longer.
All right.
All right. You walk up to Uncle Eric's shop as usual. Doors wide open. The furnace is running madly, billowing smoke out the chimney. And inside there's the usual grungy, smoky haze that he seems to perpetually live in. At the moment, he's actually not at his forge, although you can see there's some iron rods sitting in the fire getting hot. He is actually sitting off the opposite end of his shop with a large pile of lumber, which he is cutting and shaping into what looks like a rather ornate box.
Oh, Uncle Eric.
Oh, Lassie, good to see you again. How was your hunting trip?
It wasn't bad. However, I do have some bad news for you.
What's that?
It turns out we won't be needing the box after all.
Oh, your young fella, you pulled through, did it?
Surprisingly, this place had a very strong potion.
Ah, you saw the apothecary, didn't you? Ah, he's a good fella, that guy. A little bit squirrely, I'll take you, but he knows his stuff, that's for sure.
Just like you.
Ah, so us old fogies, we gotta know our stuff. That's how we get by in the world.
I have a proposal for you.
What's that?
Burke would like to procure some of your weaponry. Says he'll give you fair price for it. But we don't want anything great over grand, something low class. We're going to be using it to spring a trap.
Interesting. For your bandit friends, I presume.
Yes, indeed.
Ha 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 ha. That sounds like some fun. Wish I was going with you. But if it's weapons you need to spring the trap, I can handle it. You just tell Mr. Burke to send one of his boys up here, and let me know what he wants and how many. I'll have some things ready for it.
Awesome. Thanks, Uncle Eric. You're the best.
No problem, Lassie. Well, I gotta figure out what to do with all this wood. I suppose I could turn it into the local craftsman, maybe the cabinet maker.
Or you could use it to build that weapons rack you were always talking about making years ago and never made.
Aye, that I could, I suppose. But don't you be wanting your gold back for the box if we ain't gonna be using it.
I'll let that be to your decision.
Well, if I can find somebody to buy the lumber, I'll do that and get you as much of the gold back as I can. If nobody will buy it, though, then I may end up doing what you suggest and go with that rack. So we may have to talk about how I'm going to reimburse you. Maybe a good bottle of the fine ale down there.
Actually, I was just on my way to go pick some up for a friend.
Aha! Very good. Well, drink one for me. Or even better, bring me a drink myself.
I'll make sure to stop by when I can for you.
All right. Well, you must be off then. It sounds like I've got some work to do. He cracks his knuckles and picks up a hammer in each hand, grinning devilishly. Ha
I already know where this is going. I will leave him to his devices and head to the bar.
It's time for
as I leave with a small grin on my face.
And even as you are walking down the street away from his crooked shack, you can hear sudden rapid fire pounding as he's clearly pulled one of those iron bars out of the fire and has started wailing on it to begin to fill what he presumes will be in this order.
Uncle Eric.
Then you start singing a song. It's the eye of the Eric.
No, we don't sing that song.
Aw. I tried.
Oh,
Sorry,
well, gentlemen, I think that we are out of time for tonight.
No.
I know. Can't hear you.
I'm
You're
sorry.
muted, sir.
Fun show.
Yeah, we would have actually had more of you, but then you walked away. So I had to fill for time.
So I had to go to the bathroom real quick.
real quick that seem more like a tech dump.
Oh boy.
Well,
We don't talk about those.
Human necessities.
It's the
Human
There's an interesting.
necessities, the human old necessities of taking it
You,
up
you
and
know that
staying for
expression,
2
"Don't
hours.
call him." I just had this vision flash through my head of Noel running through the Assassin's Guild and finding a privy and just like diving down the chute to try to escape the guys pursuing him.
All right. I think Noel has dignity, so he doesn't want to keep him back.
That's right. He jumps in the sewer.
Well, dignity in a sack is worth the sack.
This is true.
It's either live.
Position for that. I don't remember this.
Well,
We'll
we'll see when we get there.
Below.
We'll see when we get there.
Yes, please do comment that in the comments below. We wanna
Everybody
know what you guys
suggests
think
he
on
jumps in the pooper.
that one. Speaking of, guys, if you like what you're seeing, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Share this with everyone you know. Also, if you guys have any questions or you think maybe we should tweak some things within the game, please put in the comment section. Please. Seriously, like, we're going to be trying our best to tune this a little bit towards you guys if we can. So just anything that you guys want to see happen in the game or anything that you think would make things better, like via combat or anything else, or the pacing, time frame, let us know.
Or you know that Stryker is actually, the main character of this whole thing.
We've been through this. The true anime main protagonist is yet to show up.
That's
soon.
true.
But soon. But
It'll just be a bunny for no reason at all. Just be a bunny.
Kate came pretty close.
Yeah. And also, I probably should take this time to make this announcement. By this time, though, this should have already have been done if it hasn't already been announced on SourceU. By now, you will have noticed that these games are posting up on a different channel from SourceU, which is the Game Room. The separation was done because we noticed that a lot of our gameplay videos and other videos were colliding with each other on YouTube's stupid algorithm, so you guys were watching one or not the other because of, well, YouTube algorithm. You come for one thing, not the other. We get it. And the fact that we post, or at least we try to post on separate days for a lot of the stuff, it doesn't always work out. And sometimes we end up posting double in one day, but you only get the most current video and you miss out on the other. So we made the decision to split the channel. Hopefully by this time, when this video comes out, this will have already have happened. If not, then it will be happening soon. Anything you want to add to that, boss?
If y'all didn't see this already on a regular thing, y'all gonna see a lot more news stuff coming out. Mostly just me. Enjoy it. Soak it in.
Yeah, I mean, by the point that this video comes out, hopefully my true setup, will be finished and I can get back to work.
Okay. Well, until then, drink it in, man. Feel the face. Feel the face.
I can already feel the subscriber count plummeting.
Don't do that. No.
I don't feel the subscriber count plummeting. I actually feel it rising because he did that nonsense. What I feel is the comment section actually exploding with that being said over and over again and me being annoyed. That's what I feel.
Oh boy.
The brightness.
But that is all for Fail PG. We will see you guys next time. Why is everybody else cooler than me? God.